China is for China. China is not for Africa.
Yo, man. Welcome to FKU Africa Podcast. This is your host, Maneza F8, keeping it real. I'm still here in Durban, man. Everything has been going good up to so far. Can't really complain, man. Other than the accident that I had last Saturday, there's something that I want to talk about, man. When you are getting into an accident, it's really hard to understand or see or even think that this thing is going to happen, man. So what have happened is the reason why I couldn't record last week is because I wasn't feeling good. Because I usually record on Sundays and then mix it and listen to edit it and listen to it and put it out on Saturday night for Monday. So if you're looking for a podcast, make sure that you get it on Monday wherever you get your podcast, either YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or straight to my website, manezaf8.co.za. That's where you get the website at, man. So if you get it wherever you get it at, there is something that you can do. If you are on YouTube, you can subscribe and like. That helps. It helps a lot. If you are also on Spotify, you can follow. On other platforms, you just subscribe. All of it. In my website, you can become a member of the community where you get the podcast where immediately where it's done, where it's edited and done, you get it immediately. You just go to donate or become a let's see what it is. Let me not speak. Okay, you come to join the tribe. You join the tribe, man, and become one of us. The FKU family. This is the club. You just come in, you cough up 30 rand per month. It's nothing. View card, you go in, you see, simple as that. If you have a coupon, you apply it. If you don't have, you proceed to check out and use pay fast or use your card to make the payment. So man, just do that, man. You see, Maneza F8.co.za, that's the podcast. Then you put on podcast here. It will take you to the list of episodes, man. The latest one will be episode 76. What happened to African culture? That one you can just listen straight from here, or you can just go in so you can get the whole info. The music is also here. You can listen to my music, buy my music here. This is the album. It's 60 rands. The single featuring Revix and Black Kalamawi, 10 rand. You see other singles, man. For free downloads, you can come and download here. Free music, you just get it here, you read, you go to it, then it's yours. Simple as that. Okay, now let's get to what I was talking about now that we did the marketing. So, man, as I was saying, getting into accidents is a strange thing. I've been in too many accidents in my life. My first car was written off around, I think, 2015. No, that will be 2013, I think. In 2013, my first car was written off. I was working as a correctional service officer back then in a small place that I love called Worcester. That's where I grew up, in the Western Cape. So one day I was with my friends. I was coming from some event or something from work. So I pick up my friends. We're going around. So we were going to buy a flavor for Okapape that day. So we went to the shop, ngapha ngakwaXola. If you're from Worcester, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Ngapha ngakwaXola ikhona a shop bar that is owned by the Somalians. So what had happened there, we get there around 9, and then we find out that there's no flavor. So they told us you can only get the flavor at Diamonds. Diamonds is like a 1 or 2K, or 2K drive, 5 minutes or even less drive, 2 minutes drive. And then there it was about to close, because at that time most of the shops were closing around, let's say around 9, past 9, latest it would be 10 o'clock. So we drive. As we are approaching the, it's not a 4-way as such, it's 2 ways, and then there's 2 streets that are joining in. So those two streets, there are stops in both left and right. So I'm in the left going down, and the taxi is on the right going up. So the taxi is about to turn to turn from his right to left on my side. So what have happened is I'm coming, he's turning, we smashed, because I didn't think he was going to turn, because I was just in front of him. So he turned, I smashed it, and the taxi, I didn't get so much wrecked as my car, because my car was wrecked. Both airbags went out, and the engine went up and all that. It was costly, so they ended up writing off the whole car. So that was in the first one in that car. The first one is it happened on the first day, man. I'm even embarrassed to share this, because it was really, it's either bold of me or stupid of me to drive the car. The first day I got the car, in the morning I'm driving to work. I'm not experienced in driving. I do have the license. I did drive there and there. I passed a year or 2 without driving. So I'm not experienced in driving. You can just say that. I was not experienced. I didn't know what I was doing. So it's just as simple as that. So I drive for sure. Whoopie whoop. When I get to work, I park. I was working at the prison, correctional services. I packed nicely. So after that, in the morning, when I was supposed to come out, we packed like all the cars, like 3 cars in there. I was in the middle of them. So when I was coming out, instead of waiting until I reach the tip of the boat cars and then turn so that I can get a way out, immediately when I get in the car, the car started turning immediately. Boo! Hitting the car next to me. Thankfully, the car next to me, it was a little bit older car, so nothing happened to it. My bumper was wrecked. It was in a really wrecked out. It was here the hole, like it went in, so you can just pop it out. But there's no way of popping up, because there's no reaching in the inside. So that was my first accident. So throughout the times I've been having accidents. I had another car. What have happened to another car? I had the Ford Figo at one time. So what have happened is I was coming from the station to fetch someone. I cannot recall who I went to fetch at the station, because at the train station in Worcester, what happened is the train from Worcester to Cape Town, it travels only once going to Cape Town, once coming back to Worcester. So it get packed. So and then it arrives late all the time. During the week, it would arrive around 8 on a Sunday or Saturday. It will around 5. It will arrive around 5. So what have happened that day? I went to fetch this person. I did get this person, but what have happened? The person I went to fetch made another arrangements, I think, because at that time I was having a party at work. There was a meeting that we were having. I was part of the committee at Correctional Services, so I was not sure if I was going to show up. So I think the person that I went to fetch made another arrangement. So I remember coming back alone, because when the accident happened, I was alone. I was reversing back down in the street when you're coming from where the taxi parks that are going to Cape Town. So I was down there coming out. So I saw this vehicle coming in, just very, very, very close and coming in fast. So instead of me moving back in front where I was parking, I moved back so that it can pass, because there was an open space. While I was moving back, it turned out that I was moving into a pole. Bah! Smashed the pole. Whew! Stressful. Okay. So that one, it wasn't rid of. It was insured, so they took it and they fixed it. So what I'm trying to say is I've been in a couple of accidents. That was not the last. So the one that I was in now, usually when I'm in an accident, I don't really see what is going on when it is happening. The strange thing about this one, I recall every moment, every minute of it. So I was sitting here, chilling with my roommate and some friends. So so I slept. I slept during the day because we went out. So I slept, and I woke up around 4 or 5 Saturday late. So I think, okay, let me go and get a meat, chicken licking. I took my other guy, spare. We went to chicken licking. Foo. So we went through. We were going through Mayville to Perea. That's where chicken licking is. We're going to get one in Perea and come back. So while we were at the Caltex coming from going to Cattle Trust, at that corner there in Cattle Trust where there is a big building, I don't know what it is, there is a big building there. I think there is a gym or municipality a building that is going on in there. So while I was in there, the car is coming from the res that is there, and then it just come out of nowhere, and then it cut in front of me, and then I stopped, and then it went on. So I started going in again. So while I was going to pass the 10 that goes to Cattle Trust inside, the taxi came out. So I've ditched the taxi, went over it because it was stopping, and it's raining this time. So while I was approaching it, the car started swerving. While I was going back to the left, the road that I'm driving on, started switching, and I saw it going backward, looking at the garage, turning it around, looking at back to Mayville, swerve 2 times, and then the cars are coming in. So I think there were like 3 cars or 4 cars that were coming in at that time. So I saw that I won't make it back to the side that I was supposed to be on the left. So instead, because it was swerving, so instead I drove it out into the pavement. So when it gets into the pavement, it started going fast into the bushes. Boo! Into the bushes. So everything that have happened, I saw it. I saw every little detail. I saw every swerve, I was trying to control it, controlling it. But the water, man, I don't know if there was oil or something, because I usually drive there and I wasn't even driving fast. I don't know what have happened, really. I don't know. I don't know if coming, while I was dashing that taxi, I took it very fast coming in that side, and it caused that, or it's just because there was water. But I've been driving a lot where there is water, and none of that have happened. And my car is a big car. It's a Honda Civic, a big one, 1.8. So it can't just be pushed by water just like that. And it was not even running as fast. But I really don't know, man. Maybe it can. So I don't know. So that's the reason why I couldn't record last week. So I hope you're going to share your thoughts about being in an accident, and then we can like discuss. Like I can mention your accident next week, and then we talk about it. So send a voice note on WhatsApp if you got my number. If you don't, go to Facebook, Booty Kabela Maneza. That's me. Or you can just go check here in the description. The Facebook should be here. Yeah, there it is. This is me, FKU. You go in there, you check me, or you check me on Twitter if you can. But if you don't have WhatsApp, just come here and start writing something, share whatever you want to share, and then we talk about it, man. This is where you get me on WhatsApp. So if share your story, man. What have you seen on the accidents? What have you experienced yourself? What caused it? And how did you avoid it? Why are you still alive? Because I don't know why am I still alive. Because there was 2 trees that I was supposed to bash into them, but instead the car went in between the trees and it got stopped by a pile of but at that time I was also braking, because I didn't want to put on the handbrake while it was still swerving like that. So at that time when it was going out of the road, I started putting up the handbrake, and then it stopped, but it was still going because there was upper hill and then the road was a little bit wet. So I don't know why I'm still alive, but I'm thankful to my ancestors and the Almighty for giving me the life, the strength to still go on, man, because that was a serious thing that have happened. I could have died, but I'm still alive, man. The accident was really out of nowhere. That's why it's called an accident. It just happened. That was a real accident. But it's only the car that is messed up. But me, I'm good. The car is going to be fixed. Nothing's wrong with me. No stretch, no nothing. The guy I was with, nothing. No stretch with him. He's good. So yeah, we're good, man. So I just wanted to share that with you, because I think it's important for me to start sharing my stories, what is happening in around me, while sharing the positivity of trying to uplift Africa, man. Because for me to connect with you, you need to know me, like to understand wherever I'm talking about something, why am I talking about it? So next time I'm talking about people who are driving like shit, people who don't know how to drive, or people who are causing accidents and stuff, you will know where I am coming from, based on what I'm sharing now. So in future I will share more of those things that are happening, if it's interesting enough, if I think that it whets your ears. But this one, I think it worth it, because when you're getting into an accident, you need to, I can share that you need to try to be awake as possible. Whatever you think you can do it, because at that time the only thing that works, it's impulsiveness. You need to be impulsive. You need to listen to whatever your gut is telling you is probably the right thing to do, because that is what that saved me that day. I would have smashed all those cars, but my gut told me that to turn the car on the right and just go overboard, because I saw that there are a lot of trees there, but they were not big trees. There was only those two big trees. I managed to get in between them. I don't know why, because they were, I don't know how to explain it. They were like this. So instead of going in this, I was going this way. So I went like this to the tree, and then I stopped just before the tree. And then when I was reversing the car, it was still driving. So I drove it out. I took my bumpers, put it in the back of the car, and then drove back, and I put the car there, so it's going to be fixed. So the important thing is the reason I share this is because I think it's important for us to start talking about things that are happening amongst us. Last week, I don't know when, I was talking about witchcraft, kuthagatha. So things like this for us as black people are always alluded to ukuthagatha. So there's this episode that I was talking about. This is episode the second last. Ukuthagatha yindoni, umbona njani umuntu othagathayo. What is witchcraft? How do you notice or spot someone that is practicing witchcraft? So we allude such things to witchcraft most of the time, as the most African people, most African tribes. We don't take them as just an accident, because we believe that everything happens for a reason, and there's always someone behind it. So if I was deeply in that belief, I was going to say someone was bewitching me. But it's just an accident. It happened. It might happen that someone was bewitching me. Mhlawumbe khona lo benileqa befuna unibulala. Mhlawumbe khona lo eligqwirha belifuna unibulala. Qha lafika nihleli. Dakwazi uyicontrol imoto, namadlozi wami akwazi uyicontrol imoto, yaphuma endleleni. Probably, I'm not saying that was the case. Probably that was the case, because everything is relative to what you believe in, or what situation you are in. So I believe it was an accident. If someone says to me he saw it, his ancestors are telling him that I was bewitched, we will discuss that and see if where is the truth in between, because I know how all these things work. I know chance takers. I know people who are for real. So this is the episode. You should check it out, man. I went in here talking a lot about the practice of witchcraft, how it is viewed in our cultures as Africans, and how it has been practiced, and how it has been misconstrued, and people are misjudged, and it was never based on any evidence or anything. It only based on people's emotions. So yeah, man, if you feel like donating, man, please donate. This is the support part, man. You support us. All this part is support. If you have someone that knows music, that is into music, even if it's my piano, drum, or whatever, you must come in here to DistroKid. to market his music, because DistroKid give you a chance to upload your music in there, and your music will be shared all over, man. So this is my DistroKid. This is the money that I have now, $17. So you see, this is my music that is in DistroKid in all these places. This is where you get my music at. If you make sure that you get yourself into DistroKid, you will get your music on TikTok, Twitter, Spotify, Snapchat, Google Music, Pinterest, YouTube Music, Spotify, and Apple Music, goes to iTunes, Amazon, everywhere. This is the benefit of this. And when you get there by using this, you get your 7% discount wherever you register. If you register, then put on your first song, you get 7% discount and get your music all over. So if you want to invest in cryptocurrency, this is my crypto space. This is my crypto space, man. You must go to Revix. Revix is the way to go to get yourself investments into cryptocurrencies. So this is it, man. You just go in here. I will not log in now. This is Revix. Go to that website and get into it. So this is how you support the podcast. Whenever you get in there, I get something as well. So you win, I win. This is how we live, man. This is how we make it as Africans. Each one help one. I help you to invest your money. You help me to make more money as well. So if you don't feel like doing any of that, you just want to support the podcast, you press this donate now. It takes you straight to PayFast. PayFast is the number one pay option here in South Africa. It's more like PayPal. You just go in there, but it's more better than PayPal. You don't need all these other things. You go in here, it's already set 30 rands. You put on your email address or whatever. You continue. Yeah, it says I can't pay myself. Yeah. So yeah, you just do that. It will take you to your bank. If you're using apps, it take you to apps. You're using Capitec, you will select Capitec and go on and pay. Then I get the 30 rand. I upgrade, man. As you can see, that I got the new stuff now. I got the earphones. I have the mic and the beautiful mic stand here. So now I can look professional as well. You see, so this is the benefit of you guys supporting the podcast, man, by doing this. Those 30 rands work, man. If they are 10, 30 rands, that means I have 300. If they are 100, which means I have 3,000. So bring them on, man. Fikiria kwa undani nduku tamako.